I don't know what I'm doing. I'm hyping myself up for good omens. You can't hear anything right now. But in the edit, this is gonna look so cool. Slide with my girls to the party. War. Okay. Nudity, violence, alcohol use. Okay, some trigger warnings, I guess. Today we're gonna watch something that will have nudity, violence, alcohol use. I probably shouldn't say this because like schmonetization, but still. Smoking, foul language. I'm just gonna say sandwich, 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 and sandwich, sandwich. Because in times of trouble and doubt, turn to sandwich and it will show you the way. Rated 16 plus. You hear that? That's not me saying it, guys. That's Amazon. Respect Amazon at least. If you don't respect me, respect Amazon. Oh my God. This episode is like an hour. It's 53 minutes. Wait. Frances McDormand. Oh, she plays God. That's crazy. Wait, I can't hear without my subtitles.
Supposed to be about 4.5 billion years old.
Crazy. You look great though. Not a day over 25.
The Earth is a Libra.
Really? Oh, because it's about balance?
We need to begin earlier. A little more than 6,000 years earlier, to be precise. Just after the beginning. It starts, as it will end, with a garden. In this case, the Garden of Eden, and with an apple.
Okay. I'm ready for this. This is kind of crazy. Why is that so, I don't know, something about that sentence weirdly got to me. This will start the way that it ends with a garden. Cool. I love a snake. They had an apple. That's all they did. And then suddenly they were like, you know what we could do with this apple? Make a baby and clothes.
It was a nice day. All the days had been nice. There had been rather more than 7 of them so far. And rain hadn't been invented yet. But the storm clouds
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that went down like a lead balloon.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, well, that went down like a lead balloon. Bit of an overreaction, if you ask me. First offense in it, eh? Not very subtle of the Almighty, though. Fruit tree in the middle of a garden with a don't touch sign. Why not put it on the top of a high mountain? Or on the moon?
It's a test, right?
It's all part of the great plan. It's not for us to understand. It's ineffable.
The great plan's ineffable.
Hold on. What does ineffable mean?
Ineffable.
Thank you. Too great or extreme to be expressed or described in words. Indescribable. Beyond words. Inexpressible. I think the biggest draw for me at the moment is that me realizing that I'm about to feature a show on my channel that is very much like religion heavy. I do not know if I've had any other like shows or movies featured on here that does deal with these themes as openly. Has there been? I'm very interested in like the themes of demons versus angels and good versus evil and like what morality is and, you know, everything else that ties into that religion and all of those topics. I mean, if you go to my Twitter or anywhere else where I post art, it's very much inspired by these themes.
Didn't you have a flaming sword? You did. It was flaming like anything. What happened to it?
Gave it away.
You what?
I gave it away. There are vicious animals. It's going to be cold out there, and she's expecting already. And I said, here you go.
Oh, you gave it to him.
The sun go down on you here. I do hope I do.
Then you disobeyed God.
It'd be funny if we both got it wrong, eh? If I did the good thing and you did the bad one.
No. Wouldn't be funny at all.
It'd be kind of funny. Look at him tucking Crawley under his wing. That's lovely. That's affection. That's real love. That's love that goes beyond evil and good.
Prophecies of Agnes Nutter, Witch.
Agnes Nutter, Witch. Honestly, it's giving Mojo Dojo Casa House. And I like it. I feel safe. Nick Offerman's in this? You're crazy. This is a Neil Gaiman book. Crazy. You know, I've been told a bunch of times to read one of his books by like a friend of mine. They like heavily recommended it. And unfortunately, because of how much they recommended it to me, you ever like, are you, okay, is this you? Tag yourself. Like when someone just so like comes at you so hard with a recommendation to the point where it just feels like, no, I will not let them win and I will not check it out, even though it's probably really good. That's what this person has done for me when it comes to Neil Gaiman. It has been years though since then, so I feel like I'm in an appropriate timeline to now check out any of Neil Gaiman's works. Have I never checked out any of his work? Probably. Like not even, I'm for sure didn't get to any of the novels or the graphic novels, so here we are. I'm finally doing it. Douglas McKinnon is the director. What else has he made? Sorry, guys. This is a bisexual watching anything. It's like in the middle of the show. We'll fucking try to research right away and ruin the entire experience. Let's see what else he's done. Let me see if I recognize any of it. Oh, Sherlock. Doctor Who. I also wonder if I'm starting in the right place. This is what's tough about like going into shows blindly is not being sure if, I'm guessing this is the pilot. It does say season 1, episode 1. So like, I mean, I don't know if there's a Bad Omens. You know what I mean? Like, is there like a different version of this that I should be starting with? They're always coming from the ground, huh? Yes. Welcome to Earth. A picnic basket. Oh, that's non-threatening.
2 demons lurk at the edge of the graveyard.
Never mind.
Do you trust him?
Do you ever think about how maybe these are the demons and talk to me? Probably, huh? Beelzebub. It's right in Shogun.
I have corrupted a politician. Let him think that a tiny bribe wouldn't hurt.
Interesting.
Within a year, we shall have him.
Right, you like this? I brought down every London area mobile phone network.
That is so evil. What do you mean? It's the most evil thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, wasn't easy.
What exactly has that done to secure souls for our master?
Oh, come on, think about it. 15 million pissed off people to take it out on each other. What's up?
This is...
I call the basket non-threatening, but it seems to be the focus of all of the evil in this episode. So I don't know what that says about my judge of character or my judge of baskets.
Why me? They love you down there. And what an opportunity. Ligger here would give his right arm to be you tonight.
It seems to me that Mr. Crawley over here doesn't really want to harm human beings. I mean, I don't know. We know my judge of character may not be the best at the moment. It's a baby! Like Moses. Down the river? Aww. John Hamm plays Gabriel.
Yes.
He's an angel. Didn't expect that.
Consume that.
Excuse me?
Angel.
It's sushi.
Yeah.
Guess that the demon Crowley may be involved. The miracle he hasn't spotted you yet. Yes, I know.
They're secretly fucking, aren't they? They're secretly in love, aren't they? You guys are friends? Friends. But bros.
Deirdre and Arthur Young. They live in the Oxfordshire village of Tadfield.
Are we there yet, Arthur?
Meet Harriet Dowling and her husband, American diplomat Thaddeus Dowling.
Interesting. Oh! Nick Offerman is a politician.
Once he has been born, we will remove the baby boy from the mother and give her back our master's child.
Oh, they're doing the switcheroo. What for?
It begins.
What?
Sister Mary Loquacious.
Mary Loquacious?
I was wondering where the other baby was going to come from. Not the American baby. I mean, that's obvious. It's just the birds and the bees. But, you know, the...
Oh, well, someone's delivering it.
Master Crowley is on his way with
Yeah.
the Dark Lord to be, Sister Mary. We do not need to know more than that. We are satanic nuns. The chattering...
Damn, satanic nuns, huh? What a gig. Okay, so it has to be the politician's baby. Oh. Oh, maybe the demon baby is going to go to a different couple instead. Like, it's not going to go to the politicians.
It may help to understand human affairs to know that most of the great triumphs and tragedies of history are caused not by people being fundamentally good or fundamentally bad, but by people being fundamentally people.
By that meaning, like, fundamentally flawed. Because of some major fuck up, like, I can imagine that happening so much, and it, like, scares me, but at the same time, there's definitely the reality where, like, one little accident can cause a huge fuck up. They just made a little boopsie. I'm just saying that, like, being alive, not only is it expensive, it's also made really impossible sometimes, and it's so scary. Hello.
Is that him?
You're so cute. How can something so tiny and lovely be so evil? Actually, no, never mind. I've seen Rosemary's Baby.
And see me holding the Antichrist, counting his little fingers.
Oh, bless. I mean, not bless. That's so unfortunate. Like this couple, the young couple, they're just trying to live, you know? Just trying to have a baby.
The human wink is quite versatile. For example, Sister Teresa's meant,
Where the hell have you been?
That just means I'm a nerd.
And here's you in the wrong room with the adversary, destroyer of kings, angel of the bottomless pit, prince of this world, lord of darkness, drinking tea.
Sister Mary, on the other hand, had thought that Sister Teresa's wink was more on the lines of,
Well done, that Sister Mary.
Somebody needs to go back to communication training, honestly. I just hope, like, that not one baby is left with no one. That would suck.
Look, honey.
You know, you would think that this is, like, super contrived, but, like, makes you think about, this is awful, but it really makes you think about, like, all of the babies when they were born, hospitals making mistakes, and certain babies getting switched up. Like, are my parents even my parents? This is too early for any sort of, like, existential crisis, but I'm just saying, like, getting swapped at birth, there's a reason why the teleseries use that as their bread and butter.
it would be nice to think that the nuns had the surplus baby discreetly adopted, that he grew to be a happy, normal child, and then grew further to become a normal, fairly contented adult.
And
And
yet?
perhaps that is what happened.
Oh.
He probably wins prizes for his tropical fish.
Earth and all the kingdoms thereof.
We will win, of course.
You really believe that?
Obviously. Heaven will finally triumph over hell. It's all going to be rather lovely.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense, though. Like, the only reason why good exists is because evil exists, and vice versa. So there's no such thing as, like, one triumphing over the other, because then to destroy the other would make you cease to exist.
No more fascinating little restaurants where they know you. No gravlax and dill sauce.
No sushi.
It's the end of the world we're talking about. It's not some little temptation I've asked you to cover for me while you're up in Edinburgh for the festival. You can't say no.
No.
We can do something. I have an idea.
No, I am not interested.
Well, let's have lunch. Not very big on wine in heaven, are they, there?
I mean, it's the blood of Christ, though, right? Is he really trying to make... It's so interesting. So, like, Crawley is trying to make the point that we should preserve Earth because it's better than heaven, because heaven is so boring. It doesn't have the good musicians or composers, doesn't fucking have the wine, like, refined wine. So what is heaven anyway? Like, what do you experience there? I also find it interesting that, like, these two beings that are just walking around on Earth are living this existence without any sort of consequences. They just do whatever they want, both of them.
Crowley, I've told you, I'm not helping you. I'm not interested. Get thee behind me, foul fiend. After you.
That night, the Antichrist had been on Earth for 24 hours. An angel and a demon had been drinking solidly for the last 6 of them.
Although, I have heard rumors that your boss really loves the sound of music.
Ooh, fancy spending eternity watching that?
Well, the Antichrist has been born. But it's the upbringing that's important, the influences. The evil influences, that's all going to be me. It'd be too bad if someone made sure that I failed. Overseeing his upbringing. We do it right, he won't be evil.
Oh, that's so interesting. So they're like trying to come up with a plan where the Armageddon doesn't happen in 11 years. They want to extend the life of the Earth because I guess they've both enjoyed just being on Earth and stuff, because heaven seems to be boring. Hell is probably worse. I mean, I don't know. So the both of them are like, okay, let's come up with this plan where we raise the Antichrist and make sure that they have a normal upbringing and don't turn evil. You know about that thing about like canon events? You know, you can't prevent one thing and then that's just thwarted forever because something else will happen in another time with other people. So it's interesting to think about that with this concept because there were 3 babies that were delivered. Well, yeah, there were 3 babies that were delivered that night, right? So if they do take care of the Antichrist, in theory, the one that grows up without parents might turn into the Antichrist because they're all blank slates, supposedly, right? Theoretically, all of these kids are a blank piece of paper, these babies. And when they grow up, it's how they are brought up and what they are surrounded with that will influence their view on the world and who they become in society as a fully formed human being. If you're giving all of that love and like trying to make sure that the Antichrist doesn't grow up to become the Antichrist, then because of canon events, one of those other 2 babies will.
Well, I'll be damned.
It's not that bad when you get used to it.
But I guess it also means that like any idea that you have of free will doesn't exist because things that are meant to happen will happen. That's creepy. If I grew up with that, I'd be fucked up, not gonna lie to you. I would turn into the Antichrist.
Nanny says living things are only fit to be ground under my heels, Brother Francis.
What?
Well, don't you listen to her.
Oh.
You listen to me.
Oh, they're not even taking care of the actual Antichrist. They're taking care of the one that's like the normal kid.
Tell us about the boy, Warlock.
He's a remarkable child, Lord Beelzebub.
Killed anyone yet?
He's 5.
Not yet, but there's more to evil than just killing people, eh?
The very concept of how, like, just because you name something an Antichrist doesn't guarantee that the baby will grow up to be an Antichrist. A lot of, like, outside influences still play a huge part in how this baby will develop into a human being. Is this person in heaven? That's crazy. I guess you can't have that in hell. There was nowhere to walk around in that area, sadly, but...
What you're doing is praiseworthy, but obviously doomed to failure.
Why?
Still, as the Almighty likes to say, climb every mountain.
It's interesting that their friendship hasn't been spotted at all by either Satan or God.
Excellent. It's working. The heavenly influences are balancing out the hellish. A no-score draw.
I hope you're right. I've got 6 years left to go.
Monday, 6 days before the end of the world. That's crazy. The world ends on a Saturday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 7 days a week.
He's big.
He's the biggest we've got. Only the best for our young master to be.
Damn, that's unfortunate. Not only did he grow up to not be the Antichrist, he grew up to be one of the worst kinds of people. A boring, unfunny one.
Well, we've done everything we can. All we can do now is wait for his birthday. It's the start of it all. The boy's meant to name it. Stalks by night, throat rip or something like that. But if you and I have done our job properly, then he'll send it away unnamed. If there was no boy, then the process would stop.
You can't kill him?
Writing a rude word on a description of a dinosaur.
Well, there is a boy now. That could change. I'm saying you could kill him.
Why would he do it? Well, actually, yeah, no. It would make sense for Aziraphale to do it.
Not even to save everything. One life against the universe.
They're hitting so many of the philosophical, morality, ethical questions right now. And now it's like one life. And then now this is the trolley thing.
This hellhound. It'll show up at his birthday party.
Yeah. Well, then we should be there. Don't do your magic act. Please. Please.
Makes sense that the angel was into magic, not the demon. At 3. Interesting.
The boy names the hound. Armageddon will begin.
Isn't 3 p.m. the time for prayer? 3 a.m. is witching hour?
Wrong boy.
The right boy was playing in the woods with his friends. After all, it was his birthday. The children called themselves the Them. Pepper and Brian, Wensleydale, and the birthday boy. Their leader, who found their den and invented the best games of all, Adam.
Oh.
It's my birthday. Of course I'm gonna get a dog. They never get what you want. I wanted a bike, and I asked for it. A little dog.
A tiny dog.
I want a dog, and I'll call him...
And this is the moment, the naming. This will give it its purpose, its function, its identity.
Oh, that's
this is the moment that sets
unfair.
Armageddon into motion.
I think I'll call him Dog.
Oh, look at him.
And we've lost the Antichrist. Why did the powers of hell have to drag me into this anyway? Something's changed.
Oh, it's a new cologne. My barber suggests.
No, I know what you smell like. The hellhound has found its master.
You sure?
I felt it. Would I lie to you?
Well, obviously you're a demon. That's what you do.
Oh, no.
Has he ever lied to you?
Welcome to the end times.
Yeah. I can't really say much about it because, again, it's the first episode. I've already said basically everything that I want to say about it anyway in this video. I think this is really cool. I think I would like to have maybe... I need a little bit more time to see like how attached I am to the show itself. But so far, like, it's really fun. Always nice to see this cast together too. They have an amazing cast, great actors, writing's fun, dialogue's fun, chemistry's there. Don't name any random dogs out of nowhere. No matter what age you are, just don't do it because you might be the Antichrist.